They said to me that leadership is not only about that. Leadership is when you are able to lead your own self. When I heard that, I was like, oh my god, where was I?
Language enthusiasts, welcome back to ETOLL, your gateway to navigating the world of English with ease. Today on episode 2, we're diving deep into the world of campus organization, specifically about mental health of being a member of an organization. But before that, here beside me, I have someone really pretty. She's a psychology student. Please welcome Miah.
Hello everyone!
Hello Miah, how are you feeling today?
Hello Neil, and also hello everyone watching and listening. I'm Miah, and today my feelings, I'm doing really good. I am really excited to be here, to see everyone here, and to share about my experiences and to hear new stories.
Oh, okay. So Miah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, what are you passionate about, and how did you get involved in the campus scene?
Okay, so as a person, I really love making relationship with people. I love meeting new people, and that's why I chose psychology as my main major. And for my campus involvement, I've joined one organization outside campus. It's called ISEC in Semarang. I was in my second year there, so I'm in my talent management department, and currently I'm on my learning and development division. So talking about my life doing there and there, it's just good. Everything's doing well.
Good for you, Miah. Now I'm curious about what is your favorite thing about being part of ISEC?
Okay, my favorite thing about being part in ISEC in Semarang especially, I love the culture that we have. So in ISEC in Semarang, we have this kind of cultures wherein these cultures are impactful, caring, and lastly, enjoying participation. So everything that we did, everything that we are doing, we always ensure that it should be impactful, it should be enjoyable, and lastly, it should, caring. So that's what I like about ISEC in Semarang.
Sharing is caring, right?
True, sharing is caring.
Yeah. So what made you decide to join this organization? Like, what are your considerations?
Okay, when talking back to my first semester in the university life, I actually put lots of considerations on what kind of organizations that I should join. But the main thing that I highlight the most is that I want to join an organization that showcase the real meaning of leadership. And when I'm exploring the Instagram page of my own self, I've saw this account of ISEC in Semarang, and I just love their content there because they really highlight the meaning of leadership, and that's why I chose ISEC in Semarang as my organization.
Cool. And may I know what is the meaning of leadership that ISEC has taught you?
Okay, this is a very unique question. So in every meeting that we have, in every conference that we have, we really show the real meaning of leadership. So the meaning of leadership that we know is that leadership. So we need to lead other people. We need to lead other members, other teammates, and so on. But when I joined ISEC, they said to me that leadership is not only about that. Leadership is when you are able to lead your own self. When I heard that, I was like, oh my god, where was I?
Same reaction.
Because it shows me a lot of new perspectives. Because back then, when I was in my high school, junior high school, I always thought that leadership is when I lead other people. But leadership is also when we could lead our own self. So that's a new thing that I learned from ISEC.
That's so great, Miah. So how did you feel when you first joined ISEC? Do you feel like, oh, I belong here? Or do you feel like,
okay, talking about my first experience in ISEC, when I first joined in ISEC, I was really scared. I am excited, of course, but I am really scared. Back then we were in the pandemic era wherein we only stuck in our home. But then now, we need to meet a lot of people. And again, ISEC in Semarang is not only from one university, but city.
It's
Semarang.
a big organization.
Yes, true. So I kind of feel scared because I'm afraid that I could not fit into the people's expectation. I could not fit into my own expectations. So, excited, but I'm also scared when I first joined ISEC.
Yeah. But did you notice any changes in your mental health before and after you joining ISEC?
Okay, I do notice a changes in my mental health. Wherein before I joined ISEC, I could say that my percentage on regulating my emotions is only around 50%.
Oh,
So I could
interesting.
say when I'm mad, I just let it out anywhere and to everywhere. So, but when I joined ISEC, I could say that I could, I'm a little bit pro in regulating my emotions. So I could say my regulating emotions percentage is around 80% now.
Oh, that's so nice. Good for you, Mia. As an ordinary people, can I know how to regulate our emotions, like with the right act to do?
Okay, with the right attitude, actually we could do a lot of things to regulate our emotions.
Yeah.
We could journaling, we could
Journaling, yeah,
exercise,
yeah.
we could travel anywhere. But the most the simplest thing that you could do to regulate your emotions is that to breathe in and to breathe out slowly. Breathe in and breathe out. Because people tend to forget that breathing is important. People tend to think that breathing is only small
Regular things,
regular
yeah.
things,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
actually breathing is much more than that.
For real.
Right? So when I feel like my emotions are exploding, my emotions are in and out, crashing around, I tend to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Trust me, when you breathe in and breathe out, you feel a lot more calm. You feel like the world are just slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really suggest everyone here to breathe in and to breathe out, to regulate your emotions much better.
Yeah, thank you for the therapy session, Mia. It's
You're
for free.
welcome.
The next question is that join an organization can be stressful and overwhelming, right? I'm curious, what did you do to cope with those feelings?
Okay, I actually agree. Sometimes we feel stressed a lot when we join an organization. But what I do is that I always put a me time in my schedule.
Oh yeah,
A me
self-care.
time. Yep, self-care. So when I feel like I am too much, there's a lot of things going on in my organization.
Yeah.
I always put me time in my schedule. So, just watching K-dramas, roaming around in the mall, and so on, doing everything that you like. So, it's a really important thing to do to cope with the stress.
That's so great, Mia. So, as a psychology student, what do you think some mental health struggles that students in organization might face, and is there anything we can do to combat those feelings?
Okay, nice question. Actually, this term is really popular around us.
Yeah.
FOMO?
Yeah.
FOMO, fear of missing out. That's a thing that people with organizations always encounter.
Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah.
So sometimes FOMO is really, sometimes it's a little bit annoying when FOMO comes to ourselves. It feels like we need to join A, we need to join B, we need to join C, D, E until Z. But actually, how for us to combat those kind of things is to try to study and to learn how to set boundaries. Sometimes we
boundaries.
forgot to set our own boundaries. We have our own limits, friends, because like us, sometimes we only could do A to C, not to A to Z.
Yeah.
And that's why it's really important for us to study, to learn on how to set our own boundaries. It's really important because setting boundaries could help us avoid the terms of FOMO itself.
Oh, there are so many great points right there, Mia. But this is so sad that I think that's all the time we have for today. Any last advice that you can give to us?
Any last advice to everyone watching and listening? So I think everyone remember that it's okay to say no. It's okay to set boundaries because again, this was your first life. This was your first to everything. So it's really okay for us to say no to
extra commitment.
extra commitments and just focus on ourselves and don't forget to take a self-care.
Yeah, self-care is essential, right?
True.
Thank you so much, Mia, for joining us today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your insight. It's so helpful. We'll see you next time. All right, folks. We're gonna close this episode with a quote from Charles Dickens from book The Old Curiosity Shop. He said, "The sun himself is weak when he first rises and gathers strength and courage as the day gets on." That's it for today. See you on the next ETOLL. Bye bye.